such an idyllic place.
That is how you see it?
I'm sorry.
Well, it is divorced from the cacophony and commotion of places like Delric and Rifle, which is why I chose to live here after leaving the capital. But once I actually started living here, idyllic was about the last thing I found it to be.
Is that so?
Well, what do you think possessed me to erect such an ominous gate?
I'm not sure.
The village is constantly threatened by mountain beasts, and suitable farmland is sparse. In the past, it once thrived as a place of training for the kingdom's semiomancers. But young blood these days aren't interested in coming here, and some villagers even left to the capital for work.
How short-sighted of me. It should go without saying that the people here must deal with their fair share of hardship.
Yes, but still, not everyone cares to move to the city. No matter how remote or inconvenient it is, they'll protect where they've laid their roots. Paragons of virtue as they are, I stayed to help.
I went and inquired much of the village about you, Maester.
I'm not one to put on airs to suit with whom I speak.
No, that is not what I intended to say. Rather that I believe you love this village dearly, and that the villagers regard you with admiration in return.
You do understand something.
To think.
I think we're done. I think that feels like a final private action. Private actions are so good. Alright, well, I mean, with that, let's go to Rifle and see if we can take a... Oh no, we have to go here first. I think we're basically good to move on to story. We got, like, most of the side quests. Again, there's, like... This one will all get done eventually. This one we can't do, I don't think. I think we have to wait for Smithery. And then this one, I think, is in a dungeon coming up, so we're gonna do that while we move on the story. Wait, are these new mushrooms? Giant fungus?
My sword is the
Okay, no, they're still ready.
My aim is true.
Destroy.
Fly.
Threat neutralized.
Touch that. Cut them to ribbons. The day is ours.
Low.
By the way, didn't you guys get attacked by some weirdo the last time you passed through here?
We did.
Can't help but wonder, does he have something to do with the people who downed me and Chloe's pods?
It's still too early to tell. Midas, can we be certain that no race of people resembling that man exists on this planet?
Oh, not 100%. They could very well be natives of some part of New.
All that?
The continent that lies to the south of Asarius. Various and sundry races inhabit that realm, so it is not out of the question that one of them remains undiscovered.
Now that you mention it, since Elena's pod flew over Nilbeth on the way in, someone there saw it and decided to follow her to this continent.
To that point, Nilbeth possesses technology and semiomancing that neither Osirius nor the Veiling. Perhaps a few overweening semiomancers wish to leverage this.
Let's hope it's nothing more.
Dude, I forgot how much this setup really feels like Star Ocean 3. The whole Osirius and the Empire, and then also the, what's it called? Nihilbeth being kind of like the middle of the road. Kind of like what Greeton was, even though you never went to Greeton in Star Ocean 3. They had a lot of implications about it. I mean, I guess, like, it's not exactly like Star Ocean 3, but they got a lot of similarities. The whole essence of, like, war is the same, but this game has a lot more use of, like, oh, yeah, otherworldly beings using, like, higher technology and stuff. Like the Veer and stuff. Coming, like, breaking, like, the UP3 and coming from, like, other planets and stuff. I don't think the story in this game is, like, great, per se, but I do think it's the best story in Star Ocean. Which isn't really saying much, because Star Ocean games aren't known for having They have interesting themes, but they're not known for having, like, amazing stories. But I think 6 does the best with its story. It just has a lot of, like, nice themes to it, and it's also just pretty good. Is it perfect? No, but I think it's good.
Careful now.
I mean, to me, the cast more than makes up for it, though, so it doesn't really matter.
Energy
This guy.
levels low.
You guys are a little higher level than I was expecting.
Threat neutralized.
Easy. That was 200 experience. I would say 6 has a good story, though. We'll see if maybe my opinion will change when I do this playthrough and finish it, but
Brace for a fight.
I'm confident in saying that 6's story is, like, at least serviceable.
This will prove most useful.
I think I thought favorably upon it when I did Raymond's side. I thought like favorably upon it, but I was like, oh, it's not the best story ever, but like I thought positively about it.
Fries.
I mean, it definitely, like, the other Star Ocean games don't even hold a candle to it. So, in story department. Seaportive rifle.
I think we're in luck. You know what they say. When ships come to dock, birds arrive by the flock. This must mean the ferries are up and running again. Like, just look at all those birds.
I doubt a mere fleet of ships brought this many birds here.
Ah, filthy pests!
Maester, are you alright?
I'm fine. But nothing good would come from fraternizing with you royals.
I think it's the other way around. It's karma for you being such a sourpuss.
What was that?
Ew, gross! Get away from me! What's up, Elena? Is something wrong?
No.
Okay,
This
good talk.
stench.
Midas.
Am I crazy? Or has the number of people on the streets taken a huge dive?
It certainly has. There seem to be even fewer people than when we were last here. But why?
Sorry to spring this on you all, but can we hit up Dr. Vanel's for a second? I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, we're going. Oh, is this the really, I don't know if it's now or if it's the Kodo region, is, a really cool, I used to think I thought it was a cool thing to add to the game, but I think it's now or it's like in the Kodo region? I don't remember. Also, I need my fresh sages back. Welch stole, like, all my fresh sages. Not all of them, she stole like 5, but still. We also have some new weapons. We should buy these. We're like loaded. Not for Laeticia though. Only for you guys, huh? I think Elena, you have to like make her weapons or something. I think Elena, you can't buy her weapons. Could be wrong though. Do that. The infantry buff coat. Oh, Outbreak might have been better though. No, actually we're fine. Outbreak's really only good for like Outbreak. I'll stick with my infantry buff coat. I think that's fine. Linen cuirass. But now Ray doesn't have one. So maybe I should buy a halberd. Or this. Get this for Ray. Yeah, it's only like 3 defense. I'd rather have the guts.
We shall come again.
Alright, Ray. Well, you get the super good armor now. I think we're good now. Pretty sure Elena's weapons you have to like engineer or something.
Dr. Vanel, what's going on with the village?
There you are, Nina. I'd love to know the same. It's been this way since the first ferry arrived from the east.
Everyone, do not be alarmed, but I believe we should vacate the area as soon as possible.
Why?
This village might be experiencing an outbreak. If any of you, especially Ray, got infected, it could be fatal.
Wait, but can't we?
Doctor, isn't there something you can do about this? Some medicine or semiomancy you can use?
We have simples to reduce fever and cough, but those merely treat the symptoms. They are not a cure for the malady.
Let me get this straight. Ships brought this disease with them, right? Meaning it originated somewhere in the east. Thus, worst case scenario, the whole eastern half of the kingdom could become infected too. Therefore, if we just leave this disease to spread...
It would still pose an immense risk to you and Chloe at the very least. Understood. Just to be safe, however, everyone besides Nina should move as far away from this infirmary as possible. I also strongly encourage the use of face masks. Cloth will suffice if none are available.
Gotcha. Dr. Vanel, Elena will provide help. Just fill her in on the details.
Pardon me, are you a doctor?
No, but I have the skills and knowledge comparable to one. Also, it's impossible for me to become infected. I can safely examine the most ill of patients. This is ground zero, Ray. Take the others far away from here.
Let's just hole up here for the day. I don't want to incur Elena's wrath.
I'm curious as to what form that would take. I'm sure it would make for quite the spectacle.
You're a braver man than I.
At any rate, I must go. Some of us have to wash feculence from their raiment.
All right, then. In the meantime, we should sit tight until we hear word from Nina and Elena.
Can such flimsy
It's the
cloth
quarantine
truly
all over
prevent us
again.
from contracting the illness?
Not really, but it's still better than nothing. Plus, you're not just wearing one for your own health. If you ever get sick, it'll keep you from infecting other people, to some extent.
I don't understand. How does the act of covering one's mouth and nose prevent the spread of disease?
Oh, right. You're not really up on bacteria and viruses, are you? Would really like to ask Midas just how much people here know about that kind of thing, but where is he? Still getting his beauty sleep?
I did really like this inclusion of using masks here. I also really like the meld of... I like how this game tackles the meld of like, oh yeah, this, like Raymond and Elena obviously have more knowledge than like Laeticia and Outbreak when it comes to this stuff. I think they did a really good job of like, whether it's in the story or private actions, of like bringing in like knowledge of like other planets and other worlds into this world and stuff. I think they did a really good job melding it. Plus, my headcanon is this game must have been like, it came out in 2022, but they must have been making this game like when the coronavirus was like a thing, like when it was actually like still a thing and kind of in its early stages. Because when this game came out, like the COVID was kind of like dissipating a bit. But surely when they were making the game, like COVID was still a big thing. I just think it's a really nice touch.
Hey, Midas, the hell you still in bed for? Time to get up and face the day.
Ray, please, not a step further.
Huh?
Contact Elena this instant. He could be in danger.
Okay, you got it. Elena, you busy right now? Looks like there's something wrong with Midas.
His temperature is more than high enough to constitute a fever.
Will he be alright?
Still too early to say. We must rush to collect some samples, however. Those birds' feces.
Ugh, why do we need that?
Simple. Because it serves as a breeding ground for a specific type of bacteria. That bacteria causes Helgar's disease, or colloquially, the rot.
The scourge ravaging this village is Helgar's disease? And Maester Felgreed.
Laeticia, remain calm. It may be a fatal disease for the people of this planet, but it can be eliminated.
Is that really possible?
Yes. I read through all the research in Nina's possession. Using that, we should be able to create an antibiotic. We cannot, however, fashion it out of thin air. I'll need multiple samples of the microbe. As it resides in birds' fecal matter, that's what we'll collect.
Aren't you overlooking something? Rhythal is a veritable aviary at this point. With this many birds here, isn't it already too late to save the town?
At first glance, but there aren't many people infected. Why is unclear, but the samples will help elucidate that. Don't worry, I will do the actual collection.
So where do we find these samples? The port?
No, in the many roosts that have sprung up all over town. By observing their flight patterns, I discovered something. Each bird belongs to a distinct social group. If we investigate the nests of these groups, it should yield invaluable information.
We've not a moment to lose.
I finished collecting the sample. Let's proceed to the next roost.
Follow my lead.
So, it falls to me.
I finished collecting the sample. Taking over.
Chat, I've been muted for I don't know how long. But I actually muted my mic for a bit and I forgot to unmute. It was a lot of cutscenes, so I didn't really say anything too relevant, but oh well. We will see about this other roost. Oh, it's over this way. It's actually this, oh, it's this area. These branches are gone now. How convenient.
Hey, Laeticia, Albert. Is it just me, or have we seen that somewhere before?
No, we have. It's identical to what we saw in the mines.
They possess morphological abnormalities. You said you've seen this species before?
Yes, in the Delric mines.
Right now, Midas's health is our top priority. The villagers can deal with this avian infestation themselves after we found a cure.
Indeed.
Right, back to the infirmary, I take it? Wait, this person has a side quest? Okay, no, I thought I saw yellow. We gotta work on getting Elena another weapon ASAP, because I remember her weapons are engineering, although we're not gonna have engineering for a good minute.